everyone, my name is Rachel Baker, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Morphe 39A Dare to Create palette. It's a very big palette. This is what it looks like inside. And this was the main palette of Morphe's holiday collection this year, in case you haven't heard about it. It comes with a sheet with all the names on the inside, which you'll probably throw out, but I'm going to use in the video to tell you what I'm doing. And I'll also be pointing to the colors, so do I really need to explain that? No, but I did. I'm creating 4 looks using this palette, and I'm going to include timestamps of every look in the description box, so if you don't want to watch all the way through the video, you just kind of want to see the looks that I do, you can go do that. Without further ado, let's get into it. Hopefully that's close enough, but not too close so that you're freaked out. To start off, I'll have everything that's on my face consistently in the description box below. But to prime my eyes today, I went in with the e.l.f. Shadow Lock in Sheer. And I put on my white base, which is the Makeup Geek White Lies. I do that so the colors look better. For my transition shade, I'm going to be going in with Canvas right here. I'm going to be putting that just in the crease. It's a really pretty color, and I'm really glad that they put in the way bigger palettes in the middle that have the transition shades. The only thing that I would want from this palette, I really hope you can see the whole thing in frame. In case you can't, the only thing that I want from this palette is for there to be a big old white pot here. I love a good matte white eyeshadow because I use it every single look, every single day. Now using the same brush, I'm going to take the shade Vibrant right here, and I'm going to do that in a little V, slightly below my transition shade. Why did I close that? That was dumb. First I'm patting on the pigment so that I have room to just sweep it up, because I don't want to get too much pigment and then have it completely override the transition shade, if that makes sense. And now I'm going to take that and I'm going to wing it out. Take it up in the crease and just wing it out. We are letting this go under the eye because it's cute, and I think that makes a better V shape, if that makes sense. It might not make sense. I don't know. Now I'm going to be taking this much smaller fluffy brush from Juvia's Place, and I'm going to be taking the shade, Frame, and I'm going to be using that to deepen the inner corner. Not the inner corner, the outer corner. I wrote inner corner in my notes, and I was just making fun of myself for it, and now I went and said it, because I'm a mess. I don't know if you guys can tell, but my eyes are actually very different shapes and sizes. So I feel like I can never quite get my eyeshadow to look all the way even. But I think that this is a decent job of it. This one's a little dark. Let's try to even that out. This probably wasn't the best time to use a brand new brush that I've never used before. I should have used a fluffier one, but you know what? I think this looks pretty alright. I ain't mad at it. Alright. Now we're going to take the shimmery shade. How can I point to it? Right here, this one. It's called Artistic, and it's really pretty. Like, I really like that color. We're going to take that all through the lid on a... What do we want to use today? We want to use this brush, because it's a good, reliable brush from BH Cosmetics. This one is from BH Cosmetics, too. I'll link the kit in the description. It's the pink polka dot kit I used last time, too. Load up both sides of the brush with that. Right And let's apply. This is a really half cut crease looking thing, and I think I'm gonna take my finger and I'm gonna diffuse the edge of this so it blends into this shadow more. I'm actually gonna take this one a little further in because this one went a little further in. So a little more than halfway through the lid is where you wanna take this. Oh, that's gorgeous. And I'm gonna take Vibrant, that same orangey shade. Hope you can see that. That I used on the first time on my lid. No, the second time. It was the second shadow I used. I know how I do things. And I'm gonna go all the way under the eye with that instead of just in the inner corner, because I think this looks too gappy. I like that a lot. When I practiced this, I included a winged eyeliner. But now that I'm looking at it, like in proper lighting, because I did it in the crappy lighting that I had my last video in, I feel like this looks so much better. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm just looking at it, and I think this looks sickening without eyeliner. Yeah, that's totally a cop-out for me not to have to do winged eyeliner. So for mascara, I'm going to be going in with this Lancome mascara in... It doesn't say. This Lancome mascara, it's black. I got it in a kit last year, and it's too expensive not to use because it's a year old. That's a really pretty mascara. Why don't I use that more? It would be a lot prettier if I owned an eyelash curler, wouldn't it? So this is what our first look looks like. I really like this. I like it a lot more than I did when I was planning out these looks. It looks very nice. I hope you like it too. Alright, on to look number 2. For look number 2, we're going to be doing a halo eye, so I'm going to skip the transition shade, just trust me on this one. I first go in with the shade Fickle, which is this nice green right here. It's brighter than the other green, and I just like it more because of that. I'm going to pack it on with this brush. Same one we used in the last one. I cleaned it off. And it's not that these eyeshadows aren't pigmented. You might be going like, you're dipping into those pans a lot. It's that I really get off excess powder because I'm afraid of using too much and making the look very muddy. So these are pigmented. This is a really tapered point, so we're going to take this brush in to blend it out. Now that we're giving them some dill pickle fantasy, we're going to go in with... I have everything written down on note cards, by the way, whenever I plan out videos. I know it's a little weird, but it works for me. We're gonna go with Indigo, which I believe, yes. This dark matte blue. It's really cute. I'm gonna use the same brush and a lot less product because it's very dark. I don't know how to describe the motions I use to blend, because as you can see, it's pretty. Just buff it out, man. Buff it out. Now we're going to take Taylor, which is this beautiful light blue shimmer, the lightest shimmer in the entire palette. More on that later. We're going to take our pinky finger and put it right in the middle of our lid. She's gorgeous. Sorry for blocking my face, by the way. I'm trying really hard not to. Alright. Take your ring finger because it's clean. Buff out those edges. I want to take this brush, that it's still dirty, it still has kind of that blue pigment on it. Run it over the lower lash line. Why are all my brushes old? I believe this is a lip brush from EcoTools. We're gonna take Taylor again. We're gonna pop it in the middle, below the lash line too. I'm doing this with the brush and not my finger because this is a little too close to my eye to not have precision. Same mascara, so we can try to use it up. Y'all know how to apply mascara. So this is our finished look, well, our second finished look. I think it's important to note that I haven't had to use any concealer to cut anything out with these two looks. I think that's important because, frankly, it's an extra step that I don't like. It's part of the reason why I use a white shadow underneath my eyeshadow, so if there is blank space and I want to cover it with a shimmer, I can just pop that shimmer on, and then it diffuses very nicely into the other matte colors. Well, usually matte, because it's like all I do. Alright, next look. Alright, so for look number 3, I'm going to be starting with a transition shade. My transition shade for this one is going to be Bare, which is this lightest one here. Uh-oh. I scratched it. I'm using my brush from BH Cosmetics, my pinky kit. Oh, I forgot to say, I'm going to take this in a little bit of a V, because that's pretty much how I'm going to apply my other crease shades, so I'm just going to do it after this. For my first crease shade, I'm going to be taking Vivid, which is this nice orangey one. It's a little brighter than, it's brighter than Vibrant, which is odd, but Vibrant's the dark orange that we used in the first look, so this one's a little brighter. Same fluffy brush, because it's a good brush. I'm getting like pigment built up right there, and that's annoying. Take this real fluffy brush, clean, from Juvia's Place. Try to make that stop happening. That's annoying, I don't like that. The next shade I'm going to take is the shade Create. Is that it? Yes. The shade Create, which is this really lovely maroony color. I'd call that maroon. It's very pretty, and I like it a lot. It's probably my favorite shade in the palette. And I'm taking that brush that was clean. Now it's not. Tapping off excess. Going in the crease. I think what happens with this second eye is that I get cocky. And I'm like, ooh, that first eye looks so good. I'm just gonna go in and go for it. And then it's a mistake. A tragic, tragic mistake. Because you can't really take away pigment. Do your best to blend it out, but it's still there. I'm going to take this small, I believe this is also a lip brush. This is from BH Cosmetics. And in the center of my lid, I'm going to go in with Snatched, which is this nice bright red that isn't sparkly, but is shiny. So that's a warning. When I watched videos and I saw people applying that, I thought it was a matte shadow. So when I got it in my hands, I was very disappointed. Because I really like matte eyeshadows. Sorry if I'm covering on my face, but I have to get up close and personal. Make sure I'm blending this. Remember how I said that Taylor, this color right here, this nice blue, is the lightest shimmer in the palette, and how we talk more about that later? Well, later is now. We're going to take Artistic, which is this nice bronzy shade, and put it in the inner corner. And I don't like that, because it's just too dark of a shade to go in the inner corner next to all this brightness. But I can't put the blue in there because it looks ridiculous. I guess I could if I didn't care about looking ridiculous, but I want this to be a look that you can actually wear outside and not feel like gross. But I'll show you what I mean. And I might actually eat my words. I just remember this from when I was playing around with it. I'm eating my words. I actually kind of like it. It's really Gryffindor-y. But I still feel like that is too harsh of a line, and I wish I had a nice transition to go in between those two colors. But I don't want to make this darker because I like how that looks. So that's my beef with that, is that I love this, I like this, I don't really like the middle because I don't think it meets up well. And there is not a shade in this color family that is light enough to be able to bring those two together. Or even like in between those two enough to bring those two together. And that really bugs me. So there's the tea on that. I'll add some mascara and then I'll show you guys the finished look. And here's the finished look, look number 3. I like everything about this look, again, except for the fact that I feel like this doesn't transition well. And I would use a lighter color. I might even use a lighter color and then put this in the center and blend it out that way, but it doesn't transition well because there isn't a light enough shimmer in here to be able to complete this look how I want it to be completed. One last eye look. This eye look I'm going to be dipping into another palette, which is the Masquerade palette by Juvia's Place. I love this palette. It's so pretty. The colors are amazing. This is also mostly shimmers, even though I like a lot of mattes, but they're good shimmers, dang it. So I like it. We're going to be dipping into a few of the lighter shimmers in here because, again, this doesn't have light enough shimmer shades. Ugh. We're going to go into Cinder for our transition shade, which is this cool toned one. Going in with that little V shape again, because I like that shape. Alright, now I'm going to deepen the outer corner with the shade Transitional, which is really cool toned. This is more cool toned look, if you can't tell. Same brush. We're going to take this big old fluffy Morphe brush from the iCredible 12-piece kit. I think that's what it's called. I'll link it below. And we're going to try to merge these two together a little better because it was getting a little bit patchy. I've taken off my eye makeup 3 times now, and the underparts of my eyes just look horrible in person because I've just kept putting on foundation over powder, so there's like this line of garbage. But it's fine. It's fine. Now we're going to go into the outer corner again with this shade Forever. This is also a really pretty shade. Let's risk it all going with a brand new brush. tiny, teeny little fluffy brush from Juvia's Place. Could work well, could not. We'll find out. I hate it. Okay, we're gonna try this one, this Morphe brush. We're cool, we're cool. So we're just gonna take that in the V here, and we're not gonna take it under the eye. Rachel, we aren't going to take it under the eye. Gotta make that promise to myself. Oh no! Oh no! It went too far at the tip of the brush. Oh no! Okay, going with this. We can fix this. We can fix this. We can't fix this. Okay, we might have fixed it, like a little bit. This one is skipping on my eye a little bit, if you can see that. How it's like white there. But a little patience and packing, we can make that go away. And it doesn't matter, because we're gonna cut half the lid with concealer anyway. We're gonna make this freaking color work. Flat brush. Just gonna pack it on, no worries. Oh my god, why didn't I just do that to begin with? It's beautiful, it's perfect. This is just a shade you can't apply to a wrinkly part of your eyelid with a fluffy brush. And that's fine. There's plenty of colors like that. Alright, now to cut the crease. Exciting. Gonna take a little bit of my Maybelline Mastering Conceal N10 Fair on the back of my hand. A dot'll do ya, cause you can always grab more. I like this brush from BH Cosmetics. Maybe I should just like tape the numbers that came with the kit back onto them, because I don't know what they are. I'm just gonna take that on there, carve out my lid. Well, half of my lid, you'll see. And you see, all of our worrying ended up not mattering anyway, because we covered it up with concealer. That's cute, like just that, even without shimmer, I like that. So now I'm going to take this angled brush, which I love, and I'm going to take the shade Trendy, which is this nice reddish purple shimmer shade, and I'm gonna just put that where the concealer ends. Just a little bit of it. I'll blend it out into that dark purple, which I want to love. And then I'm going to go further with that gradient with Spark, which is this shade right there. Again, not too much of it, I'm not going to take it very far. For the majority of the lid, I'm going to go into the Juvia's Place Masquerade palette, and I'm going to go in with the shade Daha. I think that's how you say it. I'm sure it's a place in Africa that I'm butchering, because this is a black-owned company, and a lot of the names are places in Africa in all their palettes. So, sorry, I don't know how to speak. I'm sorry. Probably taking that on the same brush and just cleaning it off in between, and I'll go in through most of the lid with that. And finally, for the inner corner, we're going to go in with Giza, which is this nice, pretty, shimmery white. Now we're going to top it off with mascara, and then I'll show you guys the final look. And this is our final look using the Morphe 39A Dare to Create palette. Alright, I zoomed you guys out a little bit to give you my final thoughts on this palette. The things I liked about this palette were, for starters, the pan sizes. I really like the fact that they made the middle pan sizes a lot bigger. I know a few people like that threw them off, where they're like, well, that just looks weird and I don't really like it. So I don't think I'll be getting this palette because of that. I think that's a weird reason not to get a palette, but I can respect that. I also liked how, well, in general, of course there are a few flukes, darker colors are harder to make, but the mattes blended really well. Am I covering my face? Yes, I am. But pretty much all the matte colors I had no problems with, and mattes are the ones that are harder to create. So if you have a bad shimmer, you probably have a bad palette, and there were no bad shimmers and no bad mattes in this. The formulation was fantastic. Now, for the things I didn't like, I really think that they made this palette too dark. Just the set out of it is so dark. And I like bright colors. So I was immediately drawn to the bright colors of this palette. And then, like, even looking at it in person, these 4 colors, they have some differences, but not enough that I think they're necessary, if that makes sense. So I wish they had brightened up this palette a lot. And again, there are not shimmers light enough for what I feel I like to do with palettes. I don't think that there's a light enough shimmer in there for a neutral halo eye. I really don't. And that really bothers me. I feel like I shouldn't need to reach into other palettes with a palette of this size. And that does kind of bother me. I like it a lot more the second time around. When I was playing around with this the first time to get the ideas of the looks I wanted to do for the video, I was just going, ugh, I actually hate this. I can't believe I spent my money on this. But now that I've sat down, kind of relaxed, just let myself do what I knew I wanted to do, I like it a lot. So, would I buy this palette again? Probably not, because I don't think I'm ever going to need to. I don't think that this is a... Excuse you. I don't think that this is a palette that I'm going to reach for every day. This is not going to become my new go-to palette. Is it a nice palette though? Like, if you're asking for something for Christmas, should you ask for it? Sure, why not? I think this is a very nice thing to have in your collection. And that's it. I hope you guys really enjoyed these 4 looks. I hope that it helped you find something new to do. And I hope it could help you dare to create. I'll stop now. Have a great day, guys. Please like and subscribe. It would help me out so much, and love having you around. Thanks. Bye.